Well, the guy that's got the most experience gets to call the coin flip. If you're the veteran, you get the coin flip. If you've got the better score, the better record, you get the coin flip. But typically, other SLAP organizations don't even do the coin toss at the barrel. They do the coin toss like a week in advance in a different room away from the athletes. And so we just feel like it's good to have that coin flip right before the first slap so that you don't know who's going to take it until it actually happens. We think the audience likes to see that process. Instead of a coin flip last week in the back room, it's at the barrel.
Right, and not only does the audience, whether the 14 of us that were there in attendance or the millions, and I mean millions, that were watching on YouTube, watching the referee count down to the slap, to me, got me just as excited as the slap itself.
Oh, nice. Okay, nice. We're lucky. We have a great referee. Yeah. We've got a great guy, Kyron Bolin. He's a pretty well-known regional success here in the Midwest as a professional MMA fighter, but he's also fought for LFA and PFL. And I think he was on the Contender Series a couple times. Great guy, but he's got good relationships with these competitors, and he knows each of their idiosyncrasies. So it really puts him in a good position as the official. Because with slapping guys, it's always controversial because it's always difficult to regulate properly.
For sure, and as I stood right behind him and listened to him talk to both of the competitors, and just everything, how he did it. Hey, good to see you again. Welcome back. You're the veteran. You get to. I enjoyed watching him handle every one of those matches.
I love that. We're a family here, Randy. I'm sure you noticed that. People are always just completely shocked when they come to the undisclosed location because it looks on the internet like we've got competitors that are at each other's throats. But the truth is we're all good friends here. There's 60 of us in the league currently, and everybody loves each other, man. There's no animosity whatsoever. So, they'll beat the absolute brakes off of each other, but then as you see, they'll go to the after party and buy each other a beer and have a great time. Very similar to mixed martial arts.
The one thing that I would recommend to both of you, Mark, and JT, is that you should tell the fighters not to thank their opponent for knocking them out. When Neanderthal thanked Tim Sylvia, this was what a pleasure being knocked out by you. I've never heard anybody do that before.
Yeah, I don't know if that's how he feels today, but in the moment, I think he did.
Hey, Randy, how about at that after-fight party, the Neanderthal setting the world record on the slap meter? Now, how was that? He went from being as low as can be, trying to talk it off, to setting a world record and wanting a shot at Tim Sylvia again.
That was incredible, as was Tim Sylvia's response. I don't know if you heard it when he yelled to him, "That's the first thing you hit all night."
No comment.
He didn't. I would like to see it again. He didn't get him good.
Well,
he never got him a good whack. He was messed up from the first slap sets the pace. The first slap set him back, and he couldn't respond with any good whacks, and that just kind of set the tone for 3 knockouts in a row by Tim. It was an amazing effort. He obviously been doing his work. He looks good. He looks healthy, and I'm very, very happy for the guy.
No, absolutely. And as we watched it, either on YouTube, as you were recording it, or me standing right there, he swung at the beard, not necessarily swung at the chin. And that obviously was a problem as well.
To be fair, Randy, let me interject. To be fair, there's some controversy there because Tim was using a controversial technique and rolling his shoulders forward a little bit. And so there's a little bit of controversy there that we'll address at some point.
No, definitely. No, for sure. He came up short on his slaps, and he tried to get Tim to move the shoulders. Tim didn't budge. It's up to the ref. It's in the books, but I'd like to see it again.
All right, let me jump in. Let me jump in real quick because I was standing right there when that happened. And just so you guys know, that when Neanderthal said to Tim and said to the ref about his shoulders and this, that, the other, and then the ref moved in, and Tim said, "Just tell me what to do." And then Neanderthal said, "Okay, I'm good." And Tim said back to him, "Are you okay?" So Yes, there's controversy, but I heard that whole thing go down, and yeah, Tim was doing.
Yeah, I remember seeing that too. So, like I said, it's in the books. It is what it is.
So that's nice to hear, though, because Mark and I get locked in a separate room during these events for commentary, and it's a soundproof room with no speakers. Everything's silent in there except for the two of us. So when we came out of that room at the end of the night, there was a little bit of controversy, but not much. But the next day, there was a lot of controversy. So we'll be reviewing the techniques and making sure that the decision stands. But so far, it looks like it's going to stand.
Sure. Well,
and I want to say one more thing. Our good friends, Randy, came from TNT Premier Sports, and they brought the Power Cube. And I want you to know that the last time we did an event on April 20th in Oklahoma, one of our slappers named Dangerous Danny, he slapped the thing with 75,000 Franklin's worth of pressure, and he set a world record. But then a couple of weeks later, another slapper down in Texas beat it by like 2,000 Franklin. And we were bummed about that, but, it's just part of the sport. And Neanderthal smashed that guy's record and then smashed it again before he went home. And the current world record is 84,000 Franklins of pressure, which if he would have caught Tim with that, there's a very good chance that he would have dropped him.
Sure.
So that's the value of the coin toss in the slap fighting game.
So, JT, this past week, there was a car jiu-jitsu match in Sag Harbor up in the Hamptons. It was another JT named Timberlake. He's wrestling a DUI right now. But have you thought about reaching out to, like, influencers and celebrities to join your slap league or any of the other car jiu-jitsu leagues at this point?
I mean, we do, Matt. It's just that we're trying. What our company does, Pro League Network, is I live in Missouri. I've got a studio in Missouri where my team trains, and we develop these new sports, and then we test them, and then we film them, and then we send them to my partners who are in our home office. Pro League Network's home office is in New York City, and what my partners do is they take those films, they take those tapes, and they get the sports regulated for sports wagering. And so we have to be careful not to do a lot of crazy, hokey stuff and bring guys to compete that aren't qualified, because we're looking for a future where people are betting on car jiu-jitsu and slap fight. Matter of fact, 2 days ago, we were approved for sports wagering in Atlantic City, New Jersey. So that was a big move for us.
That's big.
And I just have one last question before I'm going to let you go. If Mark is too busy doing all these other things like slam dunk and tires and all the other leagues you've developed, if he needs a catcher, you let me know. I don't know what the requirements are. I don't know if I could catch Tim Sylvia or Neanderthal if they fell with dead weight, but I would give it a shot.
Yeah, I'm sure you can. That's the only way I would let you go, is if you were a catcher and I asked Tim to fall backwards. I want you flattened like a pancake.
Hey, Randy, can we bring you back for Slap Fight 35? It's on July 6th.
Let me think for a second. I'll be there.
Okay, perfect, man. We really had a good time with you, man. You fit in like a brother down here, man. It's the whole. I always tell people that Pro League Network and Slap Fight Championship is kind of like the island of misfit toys. It's just a whole bunch of weirdos that find themselves and create a family. And oddly enough, Randy, you fit right in with the weirdos.
I fit right in, and Mark will tell you, be very careful what you wish for, because you might not be able to get rid of me moving forward. So, JT.
Well, that's actually what he told me. Tim Sylvia is the biggest Randy Harris fan on the planet, and he did tell me that if we become best friends with Randy, we'll never get rid of him.
And that is true. Let's stay in touch, JT. I'm looking forward to seeing you again real soon. Mark, I will see you next Friday at the X-Fan Expo.
Heck yeah, brother.
All right, take care. Love both of you guys. Thanks for everything.
See you. All right.
All right, take care. That is JT Tilley and some guy named Mark Coleman.